Hey, fellow fragrance friends and lovers, how you smelling today? What is your scent of the day? Let me know in the comment sections below. So today we have Dark from the house of Akro. And this fragrance is a dark, tantalizing chocolate fragrance. So they have cocoa actually, or chocolate listed twice in a way. They have dark chocolate listed and cocoa. Now, for me, this isn't a dark, heavy chocolate fragrance. This is more of a fragrance that has a little bit. It's a little bit dry. I wouldn't say powdery, but or dusty, but it does have a little bit of the creamy dark chocolate melting mixed with a little bit of the, I guess you could say, the powdery chocolate dust. And together it comes across, and you don't really get, I guess, the pros or the cons of either. For me, that's kind of an odd combination, really. It's not something that I expected. It's different. It's not the most dark fragrance. It actually has cinnamon, when the cinnamon is playful and kind of light. And if you're going to add cinnamon to a fragrance, I was actually expecting it to be really strong on the cinnamon. Giving some, a lot of character. And Akro fragrances, or some of them are a little bit more daring. The cinnamon is softer than I expected. It has personality. It has presence. It's certainly very nice. But the cinnamon here really isn't a beast of a cinnamon, and it's smooth and it comes across very nice, and but it does add some attractiveness to the fragrance. I really like that. Sorry, I gotta look at the notes to double check. There's hazelnut for a little bit of nuttiness and some vanilla. The nuttiness here from the hazelnut, I think, just adds to that, chocolatiness. I wouldn't say that this is a Nutella fragrance. I'm sure that somebody might pick that out of this fragrance, but this fragrance does have a little bit of that feeling. But to me isn't overtly, like, it smells more like a Rocher, those chocolate balls. It smells a little bit more like that. Overall, very nice smell, very attractive. I certainly do not think that this is as rebellious or as daring as some of the other fragrances from Akro, but I do see where they were going, and this is certainly more attractive. I actually thought this might be one of their most challenging, or maybe their most challenging fragrance, thinking about the word dark. Maybe giving us a lot of smokiness or a lot of inkiness or something very strange or different. And I have to say that this is actually the most likable out of the bunch. I wouldn't say that they're playing it safe, but I would have liked to see either some really high quality note, like something different. Given us two different feels or forms of chocolate, it's very well done. How the chocolate comes together and how it feels, but I still would have liked to see another note, something hazelnut. You don't see that very often in fragrances. You see almond and some other things. You don't see hazelnut, but I would have liked to see something else to the fragrance. If you're going to play up the nuttiness, play on that facet. If you're going to go for the chocolate, really play up the chocolatiness. The fragrance is called Dark, so I still am looking and still expecting some inky vetiver, some birch tar, some real heavy smoke, or something to come out of this fragrance, but it never appears. It's not a soft fragrance, but again, it's kind of comforting in a way. It's warm. It feels kind of familiar, like spiced chocolate. Honestly, this is the closest fragrance I've ever come across to that Mexican hot coffee. If you've ever had that not hot coffee, hot chocolate. It's that chocolate that has sugar and cinnamon and spices mixed in, and you put it in a cup, with maybe a little bit of tres leche and some milk, and you heat it up. It's actually very good. If you've never experienced that, that's some good hot chocolate. That's fun. And this fragrance is actually kind of reminds me of that, which is nice, and it's comforting, and it's good. But I have to say that, I don't know, maybe not everybody wants cinnamon in their hot chocolate, but it's good to try, and certainly this is worth a try. It's not as provocative that I was expecting, but I can't, I can't dismiss a fragrance just because it's not as bold or maybe strange or as a bad boy, bad girl fragrance as some of the others from the line. This is comforting. This is kind of like the bad boy or the bad girl has finally found that special somebody, and they found their team or their playmate, and they're still out there with the rule the world kind of attitude, or they still put on kind of a scene, and they still draw some attention, but they're together, and they're kind of have a little bit of that comforting familiarity with each other. I don't know. That's what this fragrance is making me think of. And it certainly is nice. I have it sprayed on my fingers here. Akro, they made a successful fragrance, so I can't say much against this one. Performance-wise, it's not as strong as the others, but it's not a bad performer either. It's a 7, 8, maybe plus hour fragrance. I would say that projection and sillage are in the good range. Certainly not bad, but certainly not maybe as strong as some of the other Akros, like Awake. Gives me amazing performance. This one is still darn solid and darn good. Not bad at all. Compliment factor. This one did get me people kind of close. It was funny to see when something's really attractive and sensual. Some people are kind of standoffish, but they'll give you a look. They'll watch you out of the corner of their eye. This one has people coming a little bit closer, and maybe you like that out of a fragrance. If somebody is willing to be a little bit more comfortable with you, but they still know that you mean business, and that you might be a wild time or a wild ride. And this fragrance has that personality going on with it for sure. So nice fragrance. I like what they did here with this one, even though maybe I would have liked something darker and stranger, or more had more of a real punch of something darker to it. Anyways, attractive fragrance, no doubt. For the full price, $160 odd, it's still a good value for 100 mils. It's an eau de parfum, good performance. This is where designer fragrances really should be, and in my opinion, and for the value for what you're getting. Akro is a great brand for the value, for the price, for what you're getting. They came out of the woodworks. I don't see everybody talking about them, and I mean, almost all their fragrances are worth the money, and they're fair price, and their bottles might seem a little bit simplistic, but I think their bottles are nice. If you do want the Discovery set, it comes in a nice metal tin. You can't ask for much better than that, and it performs, and I guess that's what really matters. So again, maybe you're out there and you don't want a gooey dark Nutella type of fragrance, but maybe you do want something that's cozy. This is a great holiday fragrance. You could wear this around friends or family, but it's not going to have too much of that bad boy, bad girl vibe to it. But maybe they know that you got a wild side. So nice fragrance, really well done. You can save 15% off by using my code Centaur15. I don't get any kickback or money or sales or anything in return for that. But I mean, hey, you'll get the best prices around, and I'm happy to be able to share this fragrance with you here today. That's a wonderful thing, don't you think? So, anyways, my friends, I'll see you soon. Smell amazing out there, smell incredible, and I'll see you in the next fragrance review. My friends, this has been a good day and a good fragrance review. I hope that you liked it. Let me know in the comment sections below. Do you like fragrances that go darker, sweeter, creamier, gooey chocolate, or would you like something that's a little bit easier to wear, has a good balance to it? Let me know in that comment section. Let me know how this brand sounds, and please check out my other reviews that are coming out of this from this house. This house is certainly worth trying. Try out Akro. I'll see you soon, everybody. Wear what you love. Smell amazing, and I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye.